The Fortnite Season 5 Battle Pass already got revealed in terms of the skins contained within it, all 8 outfits that we're going to be mentioning in this video, giving us our first or early look at what's upcoming on December 4th, 2022. This of course includes the appearance of not only the secret skin that could be our first look as to what the Nothing is, which has been basically teased through Bytes Quest. In the last video I asked you guys what the name of this bundle was, so here's a ton of comments hearted on screen right now that got that right. Today however we'll go for something more challenging. What is the name of this particular emote? Make sure to let me know down below in the comments, and if it receives a heart it's most likely going to be shown on screen in the very next video, so to see it as soon as it's uploaded, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel too with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any future uploads now on the lead up to Season 5. And last but not least, before we dive into these 8 outfits, a huge shout out to everybody rocking code FM1 inside the Fortnite item shop, literally being one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, only 3 digits long. But with that said, enough time's been wasted, let's dive into all 8 outfits upcoming in the Season 5 Battle Pass, so make sure of course you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I think we can all agree that Fortnite's Marvel season was one of the best we've ever seen, which is why I'm also delighted today to announce that Marvel Snap are sponsoring the video. As I'm sure a lot of you guys like collecting things, it's a new free-to-play collectible game that can be obtained by clicking the first link at the top of the video description down below or in the pinned comment right now. Despite just collecting the cards, I can say from personal experience it has some of the fastest gameplay in the collectible card game space. It gets even better though, with it including different variants of characters with different art and artists. Marvel Snap came out on the 18th of October worldwide for iOS, Android and PC open beta. As Marvel Snap was created as a love letter to the Marvel fans, created by Ben Brody's new company, Second Dinner, who was the game designer and public face of the known game Hearthstone. Marvel's Snap takes place over 6 turns and features 3 random locations. Each turn a player is granted +1 energy to play cards. Turn 1 equals 1 energy, turn 2 equals 2 energy, and so on and so forth. Of course, turns are simultaneous, so each player makes their move during the same turn. The location cards or locations are the 3 cards on the middle of the board that reveal themselves on turn 3. You have to overpower your opponent at 2 of the 3 locations to win the game and gain the upper hand, and each location has game-altering effects. Upon snapping in game, you can instantly double the amount of cosmic cubes at stake, and perhaps the best part about all of this is there's no pay to win in this game, meaning you have to play and earn the cards. Make sure to click the link at the top of the video description or down below in the pinned comment to go over to the App Store and give it a try or download it on Steam. Okay, so diving straight into the first skin that was revealed or teased, implying it's going to be upcoming, directly tied to the forefront of the storyline in version 22.30, which for those that don't know is the second to last update of this season, with version 22.40 releasing on the 15th being the last one. As you can see on screen right now, here are all the cosmetics that I've shown in a prior video of everything that was contained in the game's files in this second to last update. Out of all of these, despite the loading screen for the Herald of course being contained within here and now unlockable in game, there's a ton of other things that are unreleased, especially something more specific and small right here, being, well, what seems to be Midas, consumed by Chrome, although he consumes things in gold himself. Midas initially got introduced in Chapter 2 Season 2, and since then he's been one of the most favoured skins by the community as a whole. Off topic real quick, Chapter 2 Season 2 had one of the best battle passes overall in my opinion, not just the skins but also the layout in this battle pass menu and all of the agent rooms, of which from going into Midas's, as you can see, I probably already showed in this video, but basically showed the gold consumption process of him touching the Black Knight helmets. There's no denying from putting this side by side with Midas's overview image that, yeah, this is literally Midas's hand, considering the pose is also the same, with this potentially being an early look of the fully consumed form in Chrome of this new Midas skin that's being teased right here. I'm not confirming if Aura or Marigold or any of the other gold consumption kind of cursed Midas-like skins will be in the next battle pass, because I don't think that will happen, but considering how popular Midas is, if he returns in this battle pass in this Chrome consumption form, it's most likely that these characters will appear but in Chrome form too throughout the item shop in that season. Speaking of the item shop, moving on, a skin that was meant to be appearing throughout here, however I believe now it will be in the next battle pass as we're incredibly close to its release. As Spider-Gwen was initially leaked by insiders to be releasing this season and was confirmed, well, right, as we not only got confirmed firstly in the battle pass trailer introducing all the characters, but of course from rewinding the clock, speaking of that specific insider leak, not only revealing that Spider-Gwen would be in the battle pass, but because of this Miles Morales would then also be appearing supposedly this season throughout the item shop, as he was not contained in this battle pass too. As we only have 27 days remaining when I'm recording this video of Season 4, if he doesn't come to the item shop when the Miles Morales Spider-Man game releases on the Epic Games Store on the 18th, which of course would be the most fitting time, and with Epic Games never doing anything on accident, if not then, just like we saw a Spider-Man skin or the first Spider-Man skins of all the ones we've seen throughout, well, the universes of Spider-Man in Chapter 3's Battle Pass this time last year, December 5th, we very well could be seeing as one of the 8 Miles Morales contained in the Chapter 3 Season 5 Battle Battle Pass, which honestly I would like to see. I feel like Miles Morales is too big of a skin or hype now that everybody's been wanting to come for quite some time to simply just be rotated throughout the item shop and not be involved in any important or exclusive cinematic that we'll remember. Moving on to our third skin though, speaking of cinematics, we all remember whether seen literally in the cinematic or in gameplay event itself, crossover, collision, or through the Fortnite x Marvel Zero War comics, many people believe, and the reason I say believe is because we haven't seen the corpse of Sloan yet, Dr. Sloan to be dead. Of course, for those that can't remember, this was the scene I'm referring to in the Collision Live event where the mech basically seemed down for the count and then had its last bit of mechanical energy to stamp down or slam down on Dr. Sloan's tank, which in itself should not only have crushed her, but then she fell like hundreds of feet down. I'm not confirming or denying I know anything about whether Dr. Sloan is deceased this version or not, but that's the most important thing to take away from that being, well, specifically only one snapshot of her. As you guys know, tons of Fortnite survey skins have come to the Battle Pass. For instance, most notably anyways that stands out to me this season, Grizz, perhaps being one of the most cool looking or unique Battle Pass skins with a very catchy music pack that I can't seem to ever get out of my head. Although this is in the prior survey, or one of the prior surveys that all the skins haven't released off of yet, of course Epic Games handpick ones out of these randomly. Recently they released another survey including not only a ton of Last Reality resembling or related skins by their aesthetics, but as you can see on here there's two different variants of Dr. Sloan, and as you guys know, the storyline as it goes, from entering the 0 point, another snapshot form of the same character is instantly created from doing so. And I know we've seen different variants of Midas, but then not contained within a Battle Pass, just random different spin-offs such as what's in the Anime Legends, which initially was on one of the Fortnite surveys, only being one different Midas variant. Although Dr. Sloan may be included in an upcoming themed bundle in these particular snapshot forms, one of them anyways, considering there's two and Epic Games love plot twists in their storyline to keep players hooked or interested or focused on what's actually going on. This of course leads me to believe that one of these variants of Dr. Sloan will be in the next Battle Pass, perhaps just a remixed Dr. Sloan, kinda like how we've seen this different variant of the Paradigm in this Battle Pass. For our halfway point fourth skin of the video, if you thought we were done talking about or referring back to Chapter 2 Season 2, as this was one of, if not the greatest Battle Passes in my opinion, if the appearance of Meowskulls made you happy this season, you'll be delighted to know that potentially we're going to be seeing another variant of the original buff cat Meowskulls, of where all of these cat skins came from. Despite him also being introduced like Midas in Chapter 2 Season 2, at the end of this season it was teased that we would already be seeing another variant of him, even just quickly after being introduced to the Battle Pass, this one right here with armbands on. Of course this skin never came, and it was only really teasing the fact, alongside other posters, that a flood would be coming after the events of the Doomsday device taking place, being activated, flooding the island, which is, well, what Midas caused, and then ironically after doing so on a floating raft got eaten by a shark on. And I completely forgot to give context as to why Midas may be coming back, as he's not dead despite getting eaten by a shark and coming back in a ghostly form in Chapter 2 Season 4, as Donald Mustard confirmed 2 days before the end event of Chapter 2 overall, stating the following over on Twitter:
Midas is great. And not dead.
With that basically concluding anything's possible after getting even eaten by a shark in the world of Fortnite making a return, despite us believing we were going to be getting another variant of Meowskulls with armbands on, or a summer-like variant that never came in any of the summer events we've seen since then. On this survey, once again, full of skins, the newest one anyways that Epic Games are currently working on, or asking the community which ones they'd like to see. If you didn't already spot it, this is the skin I'm particularly talking about, an actual summer variant that we know Epic Games to be actively working on, or have at least designed at this early of a stage, if then the community make enough uproar about it, will implement into the game at a later date, if not the Season 5 Battle Pass. Speaking of what is large possibility to be upcoming next season, as it's been already introduced or revealed to us fully now in Fortnite's storyline in one way or another, again referring back to the Collision Live event, despite this being our first look at Jenna, as referred to as a name or revealed to us the first time in Chapter 2 Season 6's cinematic trailer by the Foundation asking if he could get the location of the sisters and Jenna. Since Chapter 2 Season 2, we've not only learned that Jenna could potentially be a shapeshifter due to this looking like nothing what he actually is revealed to be in the Fortnite x Marvel Zero War comics, and of course with reference to this, linking it to the Fortnite surveys, we not only discovered the actual design for Jenna in his earlier or younger form, and also the selectable style considering the same logo is shown on the chest plate of the two. Of course there's many images within Fortnite, or potentially just within loading screens itself, showing Jenna's rank above Dr. Sloan within the imagined order, pulling all of the strings behind every everything we've seen, with the Fortnite x Marvel Zero War comics not only revealing a different take as to what happened with Jenner in the Collision Live event, with this potentially being the character himself with the Imagined falling into the 0 point. The most interesting thing itself is how the comic books end, not only giving us a mysterious kind of question as to where the Imagined particles went to scattered throughout the Omniverse, but also Jenner as well, but specifically, as the text states in comic book-like form, it's not the end of Jenner. This was kind of already obvious as he wasn't introduced as a skin that we could unlock or use just yet, or as a forefront of any cinematics or trailers or even seasons within Fortnite. And with us now heading to perhaps the build up to the end of this chapter, I'm not saying Chapter 3 Season 5 is the last of this chapter, as we typically see 2 seasons discarded from the prior chapter to make up the new one, so it most likely will go up to Chapter 3 Season 6 before ending. As the last reality and the talk of the Nothing is now a forefront of the storyline too, definitely expect Jenner to be involved, or even secretly behind the scenes of it all, trying to counter this happening that he could foreshadow but we deemed as evil without us having the now context of the fact the last reality are not done with Reality Zero, with of course the last reality ending off our prior chapter with the Cube Queen being the forefront of this march or lead to flip the island, with her plans actually failing kind of, as we now have the Herald with so many resemblances or references to the Nothing, which we initially thought was the black hole like state of which we went into at the end of Chapter 1. Nicely moving on to our 6th skin of 8 in this video. Believe it or not, since the release of Byte's Quest, it's believed that the Nothing is actually not only a presence faction but a person. The story quests this season have been weird. I haven't been following them too much, but from what I've seen of other people completing them on YouTube, the Nothing actually talks to us out of these TVs initially. Again, from referring back to this new survey specifically of skins that Epic Games I'm guessing didn't want to reveal too early before the release of Season 5 due to many people creating correlations between what will be releasing with the direction of the storyline, as there's so many cool ones on here with large references of them belonging to the faction The Last Reality. As you can see, this one specifically on screen right now is what the community believes to be, well, the Nothing, or this character in itself that basically is to be all that remains according to The Last Reality. Another Last Reality skin that may be upcoming also, considering it was literally added today, a new meta tag as Sheena states on screen, is supposedly what's on these surveys too, this Barium Demon skin. Despite all of the others on this survey, although it has resemblances to The Last Reality again and would be fitting with the forefront theme of the Nothing upcoming, as you can see, Sheena states at the bottom of this tweet the codename of this spray that's currently in the game's files too, meaning it's complete, is Barium, so it's safe to say that the survey skin on the left picture will be added to the game very soon, and very soon, believe it or not, is, well, the release of Season 5 in less than a month, with of course this landing in the last month of the year, December 4th being the release date of the season, as data miners have been able to conclude. Despite us already knowing off the skin surveys themselves that we're going to be getting some pretty cool looking Christmas skins rotating throughout the item shop, it's very possible that we could get a Christmas skin also in the battle pass for our 8th and final skin, which if is pulled off also the surveys that are previously released, literally not just the one that has, but all of the prior ones with unreleased skins on, could be any of these. Don't forget too, we're expecting the return of Presents and the Winterfest cabin, so yeah, at least 1 or 2 of these Christmas skins could be a free skin contained on there also. Either way, leave a like in today's video if you're excited for the new Battle Pass and the Winterfest event in Chapter 3 Season 5, and subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any more videos about those 2 things. Of course, make sure to click the video I've specifically picked out for you to go to next on screen right now. However, most importantly, hopefully I can catch you in that very next upload I do publish on the channel.